ADM students for another edition of the Friday Flash on this beautiful Friday afternoon.
And it's that time of year again, students. Picture time! Next Tuesday is going to be pictures, so ladies, looking sharp.
Gentlemen, look your best. Next Wednesday is an early out, so get your fun plans going so our correspondent Maddie Burtman can follow you and put you on the Friday Flash for next week. Now to our weatherman, Dustin Hageman, for our news on weather.
Yeah, just kidding. We got a green screen. Yeah, the weather was pretty nice today. You can see the cold front coming in this way, and that right there, that's not good. You don't want that.
Thank you for that weather update, Dustin.
Now we go over to Logan Essie with the sports.
Thanks, Haley and Daryl. For your sporting news today, it was a great performance by the ADM volleyball team last night at their home tournament, and they're in action next Tuesday against Perry Blue Jays for the first conference game in Perry. As for football, moving on from the DCG game where all I do is score TDs, is the game tonight against the Winterset Huskies at Winterset. And so load up your cars, bring your friends, and come cheer on the ADM Tigers.
Wow, Logan, I can really feel the energy.
I'm pumped! Now to our correspondent, Maddie, for our news on our recyclable materials at ADM.
Thanks, Haley. Thanks, Daryl. I'm here in a typical ADM high school classroom with typical ADM high school students, and we're going to answer the question that's on everyone's minds. Is the paper that my ladies here are putting in the recycling bin really being recycled? Let's find out. Okay, what happens to the material that ADM students recycle? Is it really being recycled?
Oh, that's a great question, and I honestly don't have an answer for you. I know that we have a club or organization that looked into recycling it, but I believe Metro West picks it up and recycles it. But I'm not positive. I can check on that for you.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Grievel.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
Do you take care of the recycling?
Yes.
Where does the paper go? Is it just thrown away or is it actually recycled?
There's a separate recycling bin out to the other side of the loading dock, and I separate the plastic out and throw it in that bin.
All right, good. Thank you, sir. Not many ADM students know that even bottles like this, when rinsed, can be recycled. Hey, Mr. Rolls, do you know if the paper that you're putting in the recycling bin is actually being recycled?
Yes, I know it actually is being recycled. I've seen the custodians take them out to the recycle
Yeah,
bin.
well, is that actually being recycled or is it being thrown into the big can?
The big can.
Yeah, the
The
big,
green one outside.
correct.
That's where it's going. The recycling can outside.
All right, thanks. Do you know if the paper that you're putting in the recycling bin is actually being recycled or not?
I'm gonna be doing other things.
Hey, Miss Boson.
Yes.
Do you know if the paper that you're putting in the recycling bin is actually being recycled or not?
Well, I don't know what happens to it after it leaves the school.
Is it really being recycled?
I don't know, Maddie.
You're putting it in the box to be
Right.
recycled.
Aren't you the earth science
And
teacher?
then
You're
they,
supposed to know.
and then they take it out to the
You
recycling
think-
bin out there.
you
After
think-
that,
How
I don't
does-
know what happens.
You're
to
doing
it.
a good thing.
Right.
But what if they're just throwing it away?
I don't know.
I have a question. How does it affect the earth if you put plastic in it?
Gosh. Well, plastic doesn't biodegrade the way that other organic materials would, so it'd take a lot longer for that substance to go away.
Thank you for your help.
Yep, no problem.
What if I told you that the paper that's being recycled, put in the recycle bin, isn't really being recycled? What would you say?
I would be very upset because we talked to Mr. Defoe and he called the recycling company 2 years ago and actually asked them to make sure that we were getting it recycled. And they went to mixed media then so we could do paper as well as plastic, and it was all supposed to be recycled. because it's a horrible waste if we're not as much paper and plastic as we generate water bottles and so forth here.
That's right. Okay. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. Let's go. As you can see, the trash side is more full than the recycling side. But the trash side is also full with paper that could be recycled. But, as you can also see, our new friend Jerry is throwing the trash in a separate bin than the recycling. He's taking the recycling over to this side. Okay, now. There you have it, ADM. The paper that you're putting in recycling bins is indeed being recycled.
How informative, Maddie. That was great.
And now we go over to Jacob Hutzel with a special news report.
Thanks, Haley and Daryl. We got a new segment this week called What Yanks My Chain. Let's go. You know what really yanks my chain? That you can't stay in study hall when you have open. When Wisner actually makes us lift in BFX. When people are getting bit by rats in Miss Baskett's room.
That was good, Jacob. Now for our tweet of the week from our good friend Zach Johnson.
Anyone want to go to homecoming with me? DM me, #worthashot. Come on, ladies.
Get at him. He's looking for a homecoming date. So next week, tune into the Friday Flash and keep those tweets a-poppin'.
Stay classy, ADM.